here in Lakeport. Your brother said earlier in the day that you guys are the two fast guys, and obviously you were out there with Michael finishing third. Was had an easy ride, it looked like, around that, getting crowded out there?
It's never easy. Just a lot of homework. Wanted to win here, and we got lucky and we won.
And I wasn't here earlier in the day. Was the car kind of loose when you're out there in hot laps?
Trying a lot of different things. Trying to get more knowledge on this stuff, try to go faster. But
okay.
Car was pretty good. It was actually loose in that race. Should have not freed it up as much as I did. It was a good race.
All right, and who were you thanking there when you're in the interview?
My dad, my wife, and all the guys who came to help, because you can't do it yourself.
All right, we're glad to see a good winning out there.
Thank you.
Michael Snyder finishing third tonight. When I came in here today, you said that you and your brother were the fastest guys around here. So how was your race?
It was all right, but I burnt my right rear off too early, so I couldn't compete. It was all right though. Car was a little loose.
So so you burned off that right rear early in the race?
Yeah.
Pushing too hard, or?
Yeah, probably. The car was a little loose, so I got it on the right rear too much. And yeah, Chad did the same thing, so it's whatever. We just missed the setup. It's all right.
So how was your season this season?
It was all right. I mean, I think we could have won the points championship, but the last two races we've been having problems with the motor, and we couldn't figure it out. And we came here and tested last 2 weekends ago, and we figured out that it was the battery, something little minor.
Some little.
Yeah.
It's always some little thing, yeah.
So that cost us the points championship.
All right. So who do you want to thank?
I want to thank SK Automotive, mostly my dad and all my pit crew. They really helped out a lot, and I couldn't thank anybody more enough. I want to thank also Fast Stop and Mac Tools.
All right, Michael Snyder from Kelseyville, from Lakeport. All right, very good. What happened to those Snyders, those Snyder boys up front with you there?
They got a little ownership on this place right now. They're just playing fast, and we threw everything we had at them. They got blistered the right rear tire, so just didn't. I don't think we're as fast as Darren anyway. So kind of gave it all we had, and we're lucky to hold off and finish second. And can't complain. Cars in one piece, finished up front, had a chance to win. That's a good night.
Now, whose car was this you're driving tonight?
This is Paul Eskison's car, and he gave me the opportunity to run it, and we might partner up a little bit next year. So happy to be driving another car and saving a little money on my own for once, because I could use a little breather. But just happy to be racing. We wasn't supposed to run tonight, and Paul gave me the shot, and hopefully made it a good night for him.
Did you find this car different than your other car?
It's different. I mean, it's built the same. It's a different motor, but every car's got its own intricacies. They're all a little bit different. So it just took us the night tinkering and finding little things that it just handled, and we just wanted to change a little different than mine does. But by then, I think we got it pretty close, and we have some ideas what we can throw at them next time we come here again.
Did you have any difference when the temperature went down here compared to this afternoon?
I think that was probably the biggest thing for us to figure out was with my motor, we know exactly what to do when the air changes and the temperature changes, and this one we didn't really know what to do with the track change for sure. I went from push all day to loose, but we kind of tried to do that. Maybe went a little too far, but learned a lot about the motor. Next time the air changes on us, we'll probably know how to dial it in a little better.
Okay, you got any sponsors you want to thank?
Just Eskison, obviously, Paul Eskison Motorsports, Racino Engines, and I think that's it for this race. So.
All right, Chad Nichols, you still working as a entitled?
I am. So still working. So hopefully, keep working. I can keep racing.
All right, J.R. Williams, how was your night tonight, buddy? You're always a good competitor out here.
It was good. I ran 30 laps and didn't break. That was the best part. That's been breaking all year, that engine.
Yeah, or the Ecotec?
Yeah.
Okay, now, how is your dirt car now? You ran real good over there at Petaluma?
I did until I had a magneto short out, and that put me out. I love that dirt car. It's the most funnest car I ever had.
Can you use all that power yet?
Not quite. I'm still working on it. It is fun. It's one of the funnest cars in the world. I can't believe all that horsepower in one little engine.
And now you make the long haul down here from Carson City?
Carson City. I spent the night in Williams.
Okay.
And I'll spend the night there tonight and then drive home tomorrow.
And then you gave your partner there a ride today in your other car?
Yeah, well, they were short of cars, and I brought that down in case the Ecotec broke. And so as long as he was here, he came up from Watsonville. He drove sprint cars last night.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, why don't you take the Focus out and just, run it.
And he's a motor guy for you.
He's my motor guy, yeah. Mark Beck, his dad used to have Beck Racing, and he's a mechanical engineer from University of Nevada, Reno.
Okay.
And smart as a whip, so he does my engines. Now, that's why the Ecotec run tonight.
All right, J.R. Williams here at Lakeport.
Thank you.
All right, very good, J.R. wrapped up the pavement championship for BCRA tonight.
Yeah, we did. We're lucky to, wrap up the championship. It was a very close race between David and all the other cars. I just really want to thank Mark. He's one of our crew members tonight. Unfortunately, his mother passed away on the way to the track this morning, so we just want to say our prayers and thoughts go out to him, and we couldn't have done it this season without him.
Okay, so you had where was your most successful this season here for in BCRA for the pavement championship?
We were very successful here at the beginning of the season. We got a win here. And then 3 weekends ago, we ran to Ukiah, and we were able to pick up a win there. So that kind of helped solidify us, get a really good lead going into tonight.
Okay, so you're next year you're gonna try it with a combo for the dirt too?
We're in talks right now to get run for both the pavement and the dirt. So as long as the pieces fall together, we should be able, we're gonna run pavement for sure. Dirt, we're still trying to get everything together, but hopefully we get it together.
And who's your sponsor?
I got Morse Insurance, the big one. California Rock Crushers, competition suspension. I get my crew, my dad, my fiance Ale, Mark, Robin, Jimmy. They'll come out every week, help us out. So I mean, we're for these guys. I want to be able to sit here and have a championship conversation with you.
Well, it was very good. Kevin Morris out of Ripon, the pavement champion for BCRA in 2012. Second in the BCRA championship. How was your night here at Lakeport?
I struggled all night, I guess. Car was tight most of the night, and I thought I had it fixed at the beginning of the feature, and about halfway through it tightened up again, and I was just kind of hanging on for the last 10 laps or so.
Good show here. Good show for BCRA tonight.
Yeah, when we can bring 14 cars up here, it's the size of the track and everything, it makes for a pretty good show. And I know the guys, green to checker in about 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. It's like being in a washing machine.
Had to be on your toes.
Yeah.
Now, how was that? Sure. How did you describe the 100-lapper at Petaluma last week?
For me, it was awesome. I don't think I've had any more fun than that ever. You had to go into that race with a game plan and stick to it, and that's what I did. And for what I have equipment-wise, coming out of that with the 7th against the competition that was there, I was really proud of that. So
yeah, that was a really good race, and it was actually a better race than I thought it was going to be.
I think we had a couple little rules that probably kept everybody minding their own P's and Q's, and if you spun and instead of going down 3 or 4 laps, you automatically got a 1-lap penalty.
Yeah.
And I think everybody had that in their mind when they were racing, and it kept a lot of the real hard charger guys from over driving. And I mean, I don't know, we might have had, I don't know, 3 yellows or so probably in each 50, and after 80, if it was green, the yellows didn't count after the 80th lap, and so everybody ran pretty hard for that last 20, and it made for a pretty exciting show, I think.
It did, and in the pit meeting, when they were saying you're going to go down a lap if you spun, some of the guys were saying, well, man, I'm going to pull off now because they couldn't win it, but everybody stayed in it.
They didn't, because we're all racers. We want to race. Right. I mean, we're there to race and have some fun, and I mean, you could not ask for a better racetrack than what Rick and Jimmy gave us last week. It was like racing at Reno Fernley. It was just smooth and fast, and you know, I was looking at the lap times from the main event, and guys were average speeds were over 90 miles an hour. So, you know.
Well, Jimmy moved out those turns so that you couldn't just ride on the bottom.
Right.
So people were actually setting up to back that car in halfway back down the back straightaway.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was. I'll tell you, we had a yellow with about 5 or 6 to go, I think, and I don't think I lifted. And without a wing on, not lifting, you know, I mean, that shows you the track was just really nice, and you could just haul her in there and not worry about hitting a rut and getting upside down. So.
All right, Rick Holbrook finishing second to BCRA points this year. Cool. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
Speedway, the 2012 BCRA champion, 8-time champion now.
That's right, and I won my first championship here in 1978.
Right here in
at Lakeport.
At Lakeport here? Yeah.
Right. I had to put. We went into the wall in the heat, and we had to put 4 right rear tires on to get the frame off the ground, and all we had to do is take the green for the championship.
Well, you had a heck of a season, you know, hanging in there and working hard for the win.
Yeah, this year's been great. It's a lot of work, but it was really worth it.
Just think if you drove this good equipment when you started out.
Yeah, I'd be really be happy. But it's been a long, hard row.
Yeah, it's tough. A lot of us are the guys that have driving better equipment than if they started out. But it's fun, and it's a good group of people.
Yeah, the people are great, and the fans are great, and we try to get along with everybody, and it's really been great.
And this was a year that Dick Slade passed.
Dick Slade, my sponsor for 30 years, and it was really a sad thing, and we're going to miss him.
And it's quite a tribute, you and Gary Conterno getting together.
Well, I put him in the car a year ago, and he got hooked on the midget, and he had to go out and buy a new car and a trailer and a quad, and he was driving my dirt car, and he bought a pavement car. So we're going to be hooked up next year together.
Hey, how was that Hunter Lapper last week at Petaluma?
It was fine for Gary. He drove my my dirt car, and he finished. I blew up my S-slinger. It got hot and must have burned a piston.
And do you have any other sponsors this year?
No sponsors, just myself, Champion Automotive.
In that card game that you're playing each week.
I did good last Thursday. I won $75, so that went towards the fuel for the race.
Lloyd Alvis out of San Carlos, the 2012 BCRA champion. Thank you. David Goodwill, where did you finish tonight?
I think we got 5th.
Okay. And
a lot of traffic in front of us, though.
pretty competitive out there. Michael told me that he blistered a tire early, so
yeah,
Snyder.
Our tires seemed to be okay, but you know, we were in lap traffic or in traffic for a good part of the race, so it was hard to lean on it as hard as we would have normally. But
did you find any difference in when it cooled down tonight for tire temperatures or anything compared to this afternoon?
Oh yeah, there was certainly a lot more grip for the main event, and but still kind of a one groove racetrack, pretty tough to pass on the top side. But
and I heard from your partner over here, Scott Hankins, that you burned them up last Saturday night at Stockton.
We had a good night last weekend and finished first, had fast time, and so we got one more race out there for next weekend, and then the season's over.
What's that, a sprint car group?
NCMA.
NCMA, okay. How many cars did you have?
We only had 7 cars last week, I believe, or 7 or 9, I can't remember.
Oh, this is
not
good.
A lot.
This is 14 cars here. That was a good
yeah, it was
turnout.
Really good to see that many show up, and you know, if we could get that every race throughout the season, it'd be real awesome.
Yeah, it's you got a great car owner when Rich Arata originally.
Yeah. That's I feel very honored to be the driver in their stable, out of their stable. That's for sure.
Well, it's always good. It's always good to race with some good people.
Oh, absolutely. That's what makes it fun. It keeps you coming back.
All right, David Goodwill here at Lakeport.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Just harken back to the history of when you had to have a crew to drive one of these things. Can you imagine
Alton, tonight, how was your night?
You know, it was a fantastic night. We started out having some issues with the car as far as the handling went, but we got that straightened out, and it turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful race for us, and really a great way to end the season.
And you're still running the Ford Focus in the
No, actually, we're running a Chevy head with an Aries block now.
Okay.
So
right.
yeah.
Well, you're right in the pack out there with everybody else.
It was a lot of fun.
Very good. All right, Lonnie Alton, out of Cameron Park, is it?
We're actually out of Rancho Cordova now.
Rancho Cordova.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
All right, thank you.
All right.
BCRA Midget Hot Lap. Tonight's going to be a 100 lap main event.
Gary Conterno, this is your first year out in midget, and you got in Floyd Alvis's other car.
Yep.
And then you got carried away and bought your own.
Bought my own pavement car. A very good one. It's it's a fun car to drive, and hey, you know, it's respectable. I just wanted to be smooth and be able to run clean with people, and definitely not fast, but you know, as these younger guys and guys with a lot more experience. But I feel I'm pretty proud that everybody's, you know, been really kind to me and saying that I'm smooth and I'm easy to race with. So that made me feel good.
So how was your season here for first time out as a 59-year-old guy, you always say?
Well, 60 now. Geez, yeah. You know what? It was a great year. I had so much fun on the dirt, and that, again, Floyd Alvis let me drive his cars on the dirt, and then my own pavement car. Finishing up third in the championship. We missed one race due to a fishing trip, and that knocked me from second to third, and I could never get it back. But I'm pleased. You know, I just couldn't be happier because you know, the cars were always good, and we rolled it on the trailer every night, and that's I think what makes a difference. You know, that's what counts. So we had fun. We had a great year. I'm looking forward to next year already. I want to see where we're going, what tracks we're going to run. So.
And how did you get it? You got a real good handle on dirt now, you think?
Yeah, I think so. You know, after that 100-lapper at Petaluma, you know, you get to sit in that car for so long that you can get a rhythm. You learn some things. You watch some of the guys, and you know, I finished 8th on the lead lap, and I thought that was good for that 100-lapper. You know, and so I had a lot of fun, and I got a pretty good handle on the dirt now. We got to get a little bit better handle on this pavement, but I'm starting to get to it. I didn't like this place, you know, Lakeport at all when I first came here, and now I kind of fell in love with the place. So yeah, we'll have fun next year.
Did you go to Ukiah also?
I went to Ukiah. I liked Ukiah. I liked, you know, it's just something about having a little bit of a straightaway so you can take a breath and then you poke it in, and here it's just a bowl, so you're just hanging on all the time.
Were you ready for that 50-lap break at Petaluma?
No, you know what? I was ready for another 100 after that thing. I was so excited. I mean, a couple of times I was, you know, I'd actually was like a little giggle going on when I was racing. I was just like, this is so much fun, you know. Yeah. Neck got a little tired towards the end, about 3 laps to go. I was kind of using the headrest a little bit more, but it was fun, a lot of fun.
All right. And did you have any sponsors, Gary?
You know, my wife helps me. My dad, he's there, you know, cheering me on. I have Berman Studios. Alan Berman's an artist, and he's got a beautiful studio that he gives me some help, buys tires and things. And Margraf Racing in Auburn, California. They're a race car prep shop. He helps me quite a bit. Helps me with my Penske shops because he's a Penske guy. He knows those things inside and out. Yep. So. And that's it. The rest of it's out of our pocket. So, and Floyd Alvis giving me a car to run all year, so in a dirt car. So that's a lot of help.
So now you can pump those people up from now till the next season.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. You know, come on, you got to get. You know, we did pretty good our first year. You see, we get some extra money from them. Maybe you know, say, oh yeah, we're going to go for the championship next year. But you know, things will change, I'm sure. But I had so much fun. You know.
All right, Gary Conterno. From Rough and Ready.
From Rough and Ready, California.
Here, when an interview from Lakeport.
Thanks, guys.